Right, well, hi everybody and welcome back to LUNDY'S Wild Camp Stroke Bushcraft, which is a very small walk in. I've come in a total different way to what I normally do, just because the fields are being ploughed and everything. So at any rate, I'm out for 2 nights, 3 days, hot tenting it. I've also brought a tarp to work under because it's going to be continuously raining for 48 hours, possibly a bit of snow as well, so fingers crossed. I was up here a few days ago just collecting a bit of firewood just to make it a bit easier for myself, and also doing a quick recce and check for the safety aspect of the woods since Storm Aaron and the other storm. And I've got a few downed little trees and one potential big tree that's a bit of a dodgy thing, but it's way away from where I'm going to be camping. So as you can see, I've got a canny size pack on my back today, and I've got a new hot tent from Pomoly to test out, a Christmas present off the wife. So I'm going to get that set up, and anyway, as you can see, my stuff's starting to get soaked, and so am I, but it is what it is. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a tarp set up just to get out of the rain, get my kit out of the rain, and then I'll bring you back and we'll start getting set up properly for the hot tent. There you have it then. I've just quickly set up the DD super light tarp just to give us some head cover out of the rain, just so I can get my bergen out of the rain as well, and then when I'm unpacking stuff it's not going to get soaking wet inside my bag. And also, if I need to, I can move a few bits and pieces from here and then set up underneath the tarp, because I've got a new system. It's a Pomoly hot tent. It's like a baker tent style. I can't remember the proper name of it. I'll put it up on the screen now for you, but that's what I've got to set up with for this weekend. I think it's a weekend, I'm not really 100% sure. It's Boxing Day and I'm here for 2 nights, solo camp, hot tenting it, and I also want to do a little bit of woodcraft as well, possibly build something, because there's a few down trees that I can utilise for that as well. So we'll see how things go. I might do my second night sleeping in a different formation, a different shelter or something, but we'll just play it by ear and see how it goes, all depending on time and weather conditions. But anyway, I need to get this set up. So as you can see, I've come out with my Firewood Abisco 70 litre bergen, because I've got quite a lot of kit carrying for 2 days. Okay, I haven't got a water source here, so I've had to bring in 4, 5, 6 litres of water. I haven't got much alcohol, whereas I've got a couple of shots for each night and then a 1 can for each night as well. But on the side here I have my new Pomoly hot tent. It's the baker tent style one, 70 something hut I think it's called. Okay, and then on the top here I've got my wood burn stove and then loads of other kit inside of there as well. This bag is absolutely brilliant bergen. Rooney's been trying to get it off his leg, but he's not getting it. Like, initially you've got the outer pocket here. Okay, it's great, you can fit absolutely tons of stuff in if you can open it up with one hand. Excuse the camera action. As you can see, I've got everything I need for when I initially get to camp, like a tarp, a ground sheet, all me like fire starting kit and bits and pieces, me peg bag, okay, peg bottles neither here or there, and then I've got me fire kit there as well if I need to get a fire starter straight away. Okay, so that's the best thing about it. Also the hood's quite detachable, so you can add extra bits and pieces underneath and then just cinch it down. Absolutely brilliant. But anyway, the Abisco, Firewood Abisco 75 litre I think it is. Okay, and as you can see, it's got compression straps on the side, so I've got a couple of walking poles just to make it easier to set up. Then I've got my firm and rest big mat just for lying on, sitting on, things like that. Okay, right, that's enough about the kit. I need to think about where I'm going to set up and get cracking. I'm not going to bring you along for the initial setup because it might take us a long time. Okay, I could put it on a time lapse, but it's my first time setting it up, so I want to get it set up properly without any pressure from videoing it. Okay, so as soon as I've got it set up, we'll do one of these. Right, so here we are then. I'm fully set up. I've just got my bag to sort out and store away, and that's about it really. But anyway, we've got the stove set up. I'm not 100% happy with me actual setup of the Pomoly 70 hut. I think that's what it's called. I'll put the name up on the screen anyway because I keep forgetting it. The initial thoughts is this side here is a little bit slack for some reason. I don't know why. It's just gone really slack, and that's about it really on that bit. The front end's pulled out nice and tight. Alright, so there's plenty of room in there for the stove and anyway, and to store a lot of wood in there, believe it or not. I just walk around with guide ropes. I've got guide ropes everywhere. So as you can see at the rear of it, it's got a rain flap that comes right out of the bottom, a bit like my other baker tent, and then it's got an air vent underneath there as well. Okay, and it's got a cover on over that as well, so you can block it off if you want. I think what I might do is I might slacken this rope off, get a bit of a stick just to give it that extra little bit of height and to pull this bit back up a bit. But what I do like about it is it's got two flaps that come down, stop the rain going on the inner side and getting under and in through the netting on the bottom of the back of the tent. Alright, and the same here. It has another door on this side with a little bit of a vestibule coming out just to stop the rain initially hitting the inner side when you're getting in and out. So that's happy days as well. We'll walk around here. Bit I'm not happy about with, I couldn't do it with my other one and I can't seem to get it done properly with this. It looks a bit of a bag of shit, like, to be honest, pardon the French, but I just can't seem to get that bit straight. I don't know if it's because of my initial setup with the poles making it a bit dodgy like, but yeah, I've got a little bit of puddling going on, but I can easily sort that out later on when I'm finished with my initial setup. I think I just need to raise one of the ends a bit more, and that's it really. So coming round to the front end, as you can see, it's got a nice little vestibule at the front of it when I've got that bit up. Alright, and there's absolutely tons of room inside. So we'll just have a quick look of the inside. So first of all, we'll have, I'm just going to put my light on to make the picture better. Obviously we've got the tent. Inside of here we've got a little area. Now I'm finding all the zips are getting stuck, but as you see, you've got a T-junction netting on here, so you can have that fully open, and there's absolutely tons of room in there on either side to store some wood, and with the heat in there that'll dry that out as well, so that's happy days like. I've got my tiny little table down here. This is all my cooking stuff, my food and everything for the next couple of days. Okay, I'll run through that as and when I cook. And obviously I've brought a gas bottle out. At the minute the temperature is at 5 degrees inside of here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that because of the light off there, but it's 5 degrees, so that's not too bad. And then at the back I've got my OEX Leviathan sleeping bag, my Thermarest mat, and my Special Forces bivvy bag. That's me full setup for that. Then I've got a Thermarest little bit of mat there to sit on, and this one here is just initially to keep us off the ground, because I've noticed when you're pressing on the ground here, on the actual ground sheet, there's a little bit of dampness coming through. So I've got a chair with us over there. I haven't put it up yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to be quite honest. I might do. And then I've still got plenty of room here to do all my stuff. I've laid all my kit out over there, all my spare clothing, hot clothes, first aid kit, and my beers and things. I haven't got much beer, to be honest, but that's about it really. And then obviously I've got my tools there because I need to do some prep, and I've got a little saw and a knife over the back end, and this is initially the rest of the crap I've got left to sort out. Alright, oops, sorry about that. But what I have done is I've moved me DD top further away now, okay, because what I'm thinking is if I want to have a fire outside, I can have a fire roughly where that stump is, okay, just a small one, just to sit and chill out in front of an open fire instead of being stuck in there all night. So that's my initial thoughts for that. Alright, and then I want an area where I can do some admin, like prepping wood and everything outside of away from me living area. Alright, and then put that over here so I can get underneath, stand underneath it, good head height, plenty of rain cover, and then I can prep all that wood under here and store some wood under here as well so it stays dry throughout the night. Right, well, there you go. There's my wood supply in. Obviously I've got a few bits at the back end there as well. Absolutely tons of logs there. And then me little bits down here. I think I've got more than enough in there like to get us through tonight. So then all I've got to do is tie this over. As you can see, it's saturated like, but it'll soon dry out. And then just initial, that's it, and that's it all locked in place. And then if we just come in here and have a look, and then you can see still got plenty of room in there. I could get more in, but I'm not going to tempt fate. Like, what I'll do is once I get in and settled, I'll just make sure I've got all the bits of wood not too close to the stove. Also using a wood burn stove in an enclosed area. I've got my carbon dioxide poisoning alarm system with brand spanking new batteries in, so I need to get that the batteries flipped around and that, and get that started, and that's going to save my life if there's any problems with carbon dioxide. Alright, so that's another thing, and then that's it really. So we're looking at about 4:30 in the afternoon now, and as you can see outside it's pitch black. So I'm going to get myself sorted, get settled, get a brew on, and I'll see you in a bit. Right then, so I've put a couple of little logs inside of there, and then all I'm going to do is just going to use one of these little twisty things like I normally do. Alright, I'm just going to put that in because it's easy to do, and we'll just get that Ceralight, and then we'll just start putting in some little bits and pieces. Obviously it's a little bit damp on the outer side, this stuff that I've got, but we'll just let that initially take. And then we'll get some little twigs in. I've got a little bit green there, actually the one I've just put in, but these ones aren't. And then we'll see how this goes. Fingers crossed. We'll get a nice fire going. Everything's saturated off the initial rain that we've had over the last week. So it's just a case of bunging it in and hoping for the best. Like, I think what I might do, go for the best and put another one of these in, just see if it gans even better. And then we'll get the door shut and we'll just let it sort itself out. Alright, as you can see, the stove's going a treat now. My water's just about boiled, ready for a cup of tea. It's getting on a bit now. I've actually lost a bit of footage because I've had to re-record everything, but it's 6:15 at night. I did sit with the front porch open for a bit but it was just defeating the object. There was cold air getting in, and I was just like fighting battle like. But what I've done is I've dropped it down right the way down now, but the middle tie out, that gets pulled right out, so it leaves a bit of a gap there, so you have got a bit of an airflow going. But also what it means is you can put your boots and things in that little compartment there, and stops all the crap getting into your actual living area. But what I have noticed on here, I'm just going to spin you around the ground sheet. When you push down on it, it gets damp. You can see the little wet patches here. So I'm glad I've got my bivvy bag, and I'm glad I've got my little Thermarest mat here as well to actually sit on. But as you can see, inside the actual compartment where the stove is, you can see the dark parts, and then you can see the light bits where it's all starting to dry out nicely. Because there is a nice little bit of heat coming in here now, so that's happy days like. Right, question for you is cameras. I'm looking for a new camera because the GoPros are doing me napper in. I keep losing the footage all the time. I'm looking for something like a DSLR or a video recorder, like camcorder, that'll be small, lightweight, and something that can probably withstand a bit of wetness and a bit of argy-bargy, yeah, because we're out in the woods, everything's getting soaking all the time and things. So does anybody know anything that I can use? Because I need to buy a new camera. I'm losing footage all the time now on these videos, and it's doing me nappering like. Okay then, so it's now 7:15 at night, so I think it's about time I started getting some food on. It's about 15 degrees in here at the moment, so that's happy days. So as you can see in front of it, this is the ingredients I've brought with us tonight. Okay, for my first meal, I've got some bits of diced beef. Probably too much for the pan I've brought the wrong pan. I should have brought a bigger pan. So what I might do is just make one batch of that, and then use the stew for something else, the beef for something else. Obviously I'm not going to use the full packet of that, this as well, casserole mix. And then over here I've brought myself a couple of pots of beef stock, a couple of oxo cubes, a couple of bay leaves, some salt and pepper, and that's just steak spice in that other one there for me steak tomorrow. So all I'm going to do is, I've got my little titanium pot. Alright, obviously I'm just going to put a small amount of the beef in there. Got a little bit more in. You see how it goes. Just leave that open for now. What I do need to do is, I need to get myself a spork out. So if you just bear with us 2 seconds. I've got my spork here. Alright, hopefully my camera's nice and straight. Well, it is now. So in there we've got some bits of beef. Alright, I'll see how much more I can get in, because I'd rather have more meat than veg, to be honest. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to pour a little bit of veg in there. Obviously it'll reduce as it goes. Alright, and then just give that a little bit of a stir down. Oh, the onions and that smell lovely. I think what I'm going to do is, shall I risk it for a biscuit and put more in, or I can easily make another batch, can't I? Yeah, what I think I might do is, I might use my Pathfinder set pot and do a second batch as well. Alright, but initially what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put one beef stock into there. Alright, an oxo cube. I'm just going to break it up first so it crumbles easier, and then just take off the foil. Hopefully none of it falls in my pot. The foil there is. Sounds like it's starting to rain again. And then I'm just going to break that up. I'm going to get one of my bay leaves, put that in. and get some water. I should be doing this on my bloody table really. Some water in. There we go. Lovely jubbly. And then we're just going to leave that. Let's break that up a little bit. Aye, the rain's starting to come again. And that'll be more than enough food there for me for tonight. But yeah, I'm going to make another one, because I might wake up in the middle of the night hungry, and I've got the food there in any rate. So what I'm going to do is move these up and then just put that on my stove, and that should take about an hour or so to cook. I need to get a bit more wood in the stove because it's just embers at the minute. There's hardly any flames. But anyway, that's my tea for tonight. And then, like I say, I've got a lot of stew left to make. I can always make another one tomorrow and put it on tomorrow morning and cook it up. But I'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm starting to hear a little bit of trickle of rain coming down on the canopy now. So that was a quick, easy cooking meal. how to easily prep and get a cooked meal on the go. Now I've just got to wait for it, but I can smell all the onions and everything in here. It's lush. There's a little bit of build up of condensation. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a little bit of build up of condensation on parts, but mostly away from where I'm sitting. The front end here next to where the stove is bone dry. It's more the back end. So what I've done is I've just something must have just come off me onto me thing, or someone's rubbing it. But anyway, what I've done is I've opened the door on the outer side, on the other side there, just to allow a little bit of circulation of air. And obviously I've got a bit of air coming in through the front as well. So that's it really. But anyway, I'm going to sit and chillax again. I enjoyed my cup of tea, but I think it's time for a Stella Artois. Now I've only got 2 cans, I think, because that there is all Jack Daniels and Coke, and this is my Stella's. I've got 2 of these, so I'm going to have one of these now, one tomorrow night, and then that's it really. So, in any rate, everybody, cheers. Hope you all had a fantastic Christmas, and this should be out for the new year. So, hope you all have a fantastic New Year's Eve as well. Alright, and don't forget, stay safe out there. Happy days. Right, I'm going to get back to tending to me stove, get that heated up so it'll get me food going, and I'll see you in a little while. That's it. Tomorrow night I'm going to be getting some wood prepped tomorrow, and I'm going to be doing little tasks when I'm underneath my canopy, chilling out. Do a little bit of things like I want to try and make a pot hanger tomorrow. I seen Rick T outdoors. He done one and it looked great, so I want to try and do one of them. So if you don't know who I'm on about, obviously you must be new to my channel, but I'll put a link to his videos in my description. Rick T Outdoors, he is a fantastic lad. He's got a fountain of knowledge, and we've been out camping with him a couple of times, and hopefully I'll be going down to his neck of the woods to meet up with him and Ant from Survive the Night in the next month or 2. Fingers crossed I can get that sorted out and get down there. But anyway, yeah, my tea's smelling rather nice. It's a slow cook, so it'll be about another 45 minutes I think before that's made. And yeah, just chilling. Haven't even had my radio on yet. Just proper chilling, listen to the raindrops falling onto the canvas. Well, it's not canvas really, is it? But anyway, I'm waffling shite, so I'm going to do one, and I'll bring this back. The next time I bring this back is when my food will be done. Happy days. Yeah, we have it, look. Turn my headlamp off because that's better, like that. And then here we go. But what I think I'm going to do is, because there's loads of juices in there and hardly anything else, well there is, there's plenty there, I'm going to open the vent on this side, get a bit of airflow coming in, and whatever juices is left there, I'm going to put some more, the rest of the meat in, and some more of the veg in, and just keep on cooking it. And it'll do for later on as well, because what's the time now? It's 8 o'clock, so I've got bags of time, like, but I definitely need to get some ventilation in this tent, otherwise it's going to be soaking wet by tomorrow morning. Alright, so I'll catch you in a bit. Okay then, it's now 9:10, so I'm going to have one of me Jack Daniels. Basically all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in my 900ml pot, because it holds it nicely, and then a full can of Coke, and then it's just a nice drink that'll last a long time. Well, a while. The cans lasted us a couple of hours. Like, I'm not really in the mood for drinking anymore, like, so I might only just have this one. I've got my second lot of stew on the go. Let's put my drink up there so I don't spill it. So I've got my second lot of stew up on the go there. That's been in there for about 20 minutes now. So, but I must admit, my cooking is nowhere near as good as Rooney's, but it was still tasty. The only thing is, the meat was quite tender, quite hard. So I think I might be overcooking it, but I never learnt my lesson because I've just put it all in together again. But anyway, it was still nice. It was fillable-ish. I'll probably munch on that a little bit later on tonight, about 11 o'clock-ish. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it off the heat, put the lid on, and then just stand it next to the stove, and then heat it up a bit later on. But in any rate, I know I've already said cheers, but cheers now with a Jack Daniels. I much prefer drinking a bit of Jack Daniels when I'm out than the cans, hence why I've only brought 2 cans out with us. But yeah, I was having a little bit of a tidy up and pack some stuff away in the Bergen that I'm not really going to be using. No point in having everything laid out all over the place and tied up a little bit. I've been wiping the inside of the tent down as well. Obviously with cooking and not having ventilation, I've caused myself a lot of problems with condensation. So my big Thermarest mat, the silver foil one, I've put that now underneath my bivvy bag. Not that the bivvy bag is going to let any water get through, but I suppose if it's a constant lot of water under there, it is, because obviously because it's a ground sheet, it's got nowhere to go. It'll not go through the ground sheet into the ground, but if it was the bivvy bag just lying on the ground itself, the water wouldn't pool, it would sink into the ground, wouldn't it? Hence why bivvy bags work really well. But if you've got a constant pool there, it will soak through, and then it'll go onto me air mat, which is something I don't want to happen. So I've put the silver Thermarest mat underneath there, just to prevent any pooling getting into me mat. And anyway, this is going to be my last bit of videoing for tonight. I'm going to chill out. I think I'm going to watch a movie or something, or listen to some tunes and just relax. I'm going to get my food later on and have a couple of drinks. So unless anything really interesting happens, I'll see you in the morning. Right, well, good morning everybody. Well, I woke up about 9:15 this morning. I had a fantastic night last night, chilled out in front of a great film about some miners who got drafted into World War I to dig the trenches to blow the Germans up. Absolutely fantastic film, highly recommend it. I'll put the name of the video on the screen, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. So I sat up until about 12 o'clock last night watching a few things, chilling, having a couple of Jack Daniels. But as you can see, I've got the stove on, and I'm now waiting for my water to boil to have a nice cup of tea, and then I've got one sachet of porridge in this pot. I'm in no hurry to get up and do anything. I'm just going to take it nice and easy. I'm here all day and all night tonight, and most of the day tomorrow. So yeah, had a reasonably good sleep. I did wake up the odd occasion, like, and there was a couple of little bits of rustling noises outside in the woods and that. But obviously, with having the front of the tent down, I had no view to see anything. So that's the only thing about being out in hot tents and things, is your view is taken away, really. But other than that, yeah, I hardly went through any wood whatsoever. As you can see, I've still got absolutely tons, loads of little bits left over on the left hand side, and absolutely tons of logs. There's probably enough wood there to get us through tonight. So I might not have to do any wood prep at all, to be quite honest, but I still probably will in any rate. It's just the nature of the beast. If it's a nice dry night tonight, I'll be sitting outside in front of an open fire in any rate for a bit. So I'll still do a bit of wood prep. I'll check the weather forecast, but I might still just sit outside in any rate with a fire. I've got all day to do prep. I've got a few little tasks in my head that I want to do as well. I'm not going to save up the yard just in case I don't achieve them. Just a couple of little bits of wood crafting and bits and pieces like that. So I'll just bring you along as and when. I'm not going to bore you with me actual pouring and eating me porridge and me cup of tea. Alright, so I'm just going to sit back, chill out, relax. Right, hi everybody, that's me finally up and about. I've just been doing some personal admin and things, like getting a wash, brushing my teeth and things, and just sorting out me living area, making sure it's all nice and tidy and everything. And what I've done is, instead of using the actual tie-offs, these are the bits that stay permanently attached, but the bits of tie-offs that come with the Pomoly tent, all I've done is I've just added some in my own paracord, just because it's longer and it gives us a better reach. Instead of using poles, I've just tied it up onto the trees. Gives it a bit more headroom. It's sloping back over, so that means any runoff of rain, it's going to go to the back of the tent and away, instead of puddling at the bottom of where I'm going to be sitting around later on tonight. Well, there's my cup of tea and my dinner done. The fire is still going a treat. The full pit's open now, and I've put up a little scarecrow just to stop the birds from climbing onto the fire and burning themselves. I just thought it was funny when I looked at it. Anyway, hi. I'm going to have my dinner and I'm going to sit and relax for an hour, and then I'm going to look at doing something else, a different task, and hopefully it works out. And if it doesn't, not a bother, still enjoy myself. Oh, pardon me. Right, it's, the breeze is starting to pick up a little bit, it's starting to get a little bit chillier now, like, so I'm going to sit back next to the fire and enjoy my dinner, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Happy day. Right, well, as you can see, night time's kicked in. I've got the fire going still. Had that running nearly all day, but unfortunately the smoke has changed direction and it's blowing straight into where I sleep, so I'm not happy with that, like. So when I'm finished, I'll have to batten down the hatches and go into where my hot tent is. But I've been just sitting crafting a few things. Hopefully you can see us with the lights I've got up, because yeah, the camera's knackered and the main torch on it's knackered as well, like. So, but what I've been doing is just utilising some of the empty cans that I've got. I'll just put my head torch on, actually. So that's my head torch there. I've just got a little old pot hanger there that I made ages ago, and it's just hanging off there. It's just a little bit of ambient light, and as you can see, I've got another one just over there as well. So happy days. And then I've got my lantern there just on for use, and my spotlight. Me and the lights hanging up in the tree. But it's it's not a bad night. Like, I just wish the wind would change direction again and go back to its normal way. Like, it's always the case, though, isn't it? You get set up and the wind changes bloody direction when you have an outdoor fire. So I'm just gonna sit and chill. I'll bring it back later on in a couple hours time when I go inside. I might cook outside, I might cook inside, I'm not 100% sure yet, like, but I'll see. I've just been proper chilling out today, having some me time, practicing some carving skills and things and other little bits and pieces off camera. I've took some photographs of some bits and pieces, but whether I post them or not, I'm not sure, because the spoons and the spatula that I carved just using me normal knives were crap, like, so I just put them on the fire. Other than that, I'm getting a bit parched, so I think I'm going to have either a drink of water, a cup of tea. I'm not going to have a can yet. I don't even know what time it is. I think this must be about 5 o'clock or something. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. So I'm going to have a couple of hours sat in front of the fire, chilling out by myself, listening to some tunes, and then I'll bring this back later on. Alright. So, see you in a bit. Right, well, I was just thinking about going back outside and sitting in front of an open fire, but it's raining. I think we're due some snow as well. I'm not 100% sure, like, but it's definitely rain outside there now. So I'll definitely be £10 for the rest of the evening. It's now 7:15. I've just put a little pan on there with some veg in. I've got a steak. It's in this little carrier bag within a little food bag. It's just a little steak, like. Yeah. So I need to get that cooked. I'm just debating whether or not it's gonna fit into my pan. It might be a bit of a squeeze, like it just fits in there. I was actually going to use this as the plate as well and put all my veg, my mashed potato in. So yeah, I think I should have brought a big plate, whereas on my other big frying pan. But I'm trying to go lightweight and smaller. Just need to make my food smaller, I think. But what I suppose oh, it's just a plane taking off. I thought there was something crashing there. Yeah, I suppose what I could do, I could cut that in half, because I'm not mega hungry at the moment. I could cut that steak in half, cook half of it, have a little bit of mash, have a little bit of veg. I've got some gravy granules with us, and yeah, I've got some seasonings and things like that, salt, pepper, and steak spice. So it's going to be nice, like, and I suppose I could always have the other half of the steak later on with a little bit of veg and a little bit of mashed potato, because I think I'll probably be on a late night tonight, like, because I'm going to watch a couple of films. I've just been downloading a couple of films, like, so. But yeah, it's raining. I've got that door wide open because I've just had a little bit of an intake of smoke because I've had to open the stove up. But I think I need to get myself another titanium frying pan that's a little bit bigger than this one. Obviously this is about the size of a hand. I got this given off, what did I win it on? Oh, I won it on WULLIE's Outdoor Scottish, whatever it is, channel. Will, sorry mate, I forgot the name. I'll put his link. I'll put a link in the description. I've got loads of links of channels going up, haven't I? And I'll put his proper name up on the screen. But this titanium, I've used it about 3 or 4 times and it's actually ideal. If I'm going out by myself, I was thinking it would be an ideal plate, like, but maybe I need bigger. But anyway, go and check his channel out. He's got loads of great reviews on lots of different types of mess kits, like cooking kits from different countries and all that. They seem to be very popular on his channel, and he does them really well as well. So if that's something that floats your boat, go over and check them out. Need to see some wild camping out here, mate. And anyway, I'm waffling. I'm going to shoot off and get myself organised. I've made a big mess again, and prep my tea ready. Obviously I need to get a clean up as well. I'm definitely waffling shite now, aren't I? See you in a bit. Just about to start cooking now. I've had the fat going for a little bit. I've got my veg in the 900ml pot. I've got a bit of water boiling in the Pathfinder pot. That is for my gravy. And then I've got this steak to chuck into the frying pan. I'm just going to do the whole lot. Oh, there's a tiny, it's coming to 2 bits in anyway, so happy days. And what I'll do is I'll just do that bit, save the other bit for later on. There's just a tiny little bit. Obviously there's a bit of blood in there because it was frozen when I come out 2 days ago. So just put that down to one side. And because I've went and touched raw meat, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly get a baby wipe and just quickly clean my hand. But anyway, the steak needs about 4 minutes each side, and anyway, so I'm not going to bore you with all the cooking. All right, I just thought I'd bring you back for the initial start of it. All right, my veg is just about done. The water in the Pathfinder pot is just about boiled, so that's happy days. So all I'm going to be having is steak, veg, some gravy, and some cheese and onion mash, just a tiny little bit of mash like. And then I've got my gravy granules here just to make it. What I've done is I've just, because of all the fumes and everything and condensation building up last night, all I've done is stop raining now, so I've opened this side panel, which is absolutely ideal. It just stops everything coming in, so that's brilliant. But as you can see, the steak is sizzling away nicely. Thing about titanium frying pan, the handles haven't got hot at all, so that's happy days like. But this is starting to look good. We're getting there now. The thing is, I've got nothing to put it on to rest it. I'm just wondering how I'm going to rest it. Well, I think adapt and overcome here, haven't I? And anyway, I'll bring this back in a little bit when I'm getting plated up, okay? Or when I've plated up, I'll bring this back. Yeah. Right, as you can see, I've got my food plated up there. I've got a small bit of mash, small bit of veg, and it's half a steak. And me water for, I didn't do enough water for my gravy, so I'm quickly cheating, and I've got my gas stove on the go, and hopefully that should be done very soon. Because my food is starting to get cooled. And hopefully this stove doesn't go an hour, because it looks a bit winky wonky that. Oh yeah, backer, that's hot. But yeah, anyway, water's nearly boiled, that's happy days. What I'm going to do is take that lid off, hopefully without setting fire to my cloth and melting me ground sheet. Oh dear me, that was close. Oh you fucker. Hang on, happy days indeed. That's hot. Right, so I've got some gravy granules in another pot. I tell you what, like, WULLIE's is right. I use so many different pots to cook food. But it's something that's got to be done, isn't it? There comes the rain as well. So I'm just going to quickly put that there. Yummy gravy. Hopefully it's nice and thick. Oh, not that thick like. Oh, that's still hot, that handle. That's better. And as you can see, me food there, look. Now I like my gravy nice and thick. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to leave that there, because it's kind of gone on there anyway, isn't it? Nice lumpy gravy, thick gravy. Probably too much there, like. But there we have it, everybody. Let's give you a bit of light. So, one steak, mashed potato and veg meal, and all it needs now is a little bit of salt. I'll just put the rubbish there for now and I'll sort that out later. Alright, so let's have a look and see what it tastes like, eh? And then I'll be able to get the door shut because the rain's starting again. Not that it bothers us over there. So I've got to get posh, you know, get me thing on. It's just to stop me legs burning, really. Right, so here's the rain on again. It's going to be on and off all night, this, apparently. Yeah, so let's put the light there, because then that'll be better. That's better, actually. Tatty, only done a tiny little bit of it, like. Oh, the gravy really sets that off really nicely, and a bit of salt. Veg is veg, but with a little bit of gravy on. Just right there. Cooked but crunchy at the same time. And then we're just going to cut a bit of the steak off. I think I'll have this again with that little bit of steak. And as you can see, that's cooked really nicely, that, like. That gets the nod of approval and the thumbs up from me. That's really, really nice, that, like. So anyway, I'm going to finish off this dinner in peace and quiet. I'll see you in an hour or two, because I've got a bit of washing to do, and then I'll probably cook the other bit off camera a bit later. Right, it's 9:30 at night. I'm on my second lot of steak, mashed potato and gravy. It's lovely, like. And I wanted my final Jack Daniels. Obviously I only bought 1 can for each night and 2 Jack Daniels for each night, so I think it's been enough, because I'm just chilling, relaxing. So this is going to be the last bit of footage for today, and I'll catch you in the morning, because I'm going to put another film on and I'm going to lie back, chill out and relax. Alright, so if you've watched the video so far, thank you very much, everybody. I know there is certain members of the community that watch all the video, and I'd just like to say big thumbs up to yous. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and you put a comment on. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it. Let other people know about what I'm doing, and if they like it, come and join the gang and be part of the channel. So anyway, enough waffling for today. We'll catch you in the morning. Sorry, we is not a we, because it's only me, so I'll catch you in the morning. See you later. Right, good morning, everybody. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's been pouring down with rain all night. Alright, so I have got a little few issues with my shelter. Obviously, I should have went round and tightened everything up yesterday, because as you can see, it's all gone a bit slack. So this could cause the problem. But it's the same as the other baker tent. Underneath here you have an air vent, and there's a little bit of water getting through. This pocket here is absolutely drenched.
I don't know why, because there's not much water coming from the actual vent, but that's absolutely soaking wet. I think there's water coming through the actual seam of it there. But the biggest issue is underneath me mat. I'm glad I've put this mat under, but look at that. Obviously the foot end is not too bad. The bottom end, I've got a pool of water. Look at that. It's as if the rainwater is seeping through the ground with the pressure of my body. It's not good, like, it's not good at all. Yeah, all the way down there, it's saturated. So if I hadn't had the mat on, the whole of me bottom of me sleeping mat and everything would have been soaking wet, and it's just not good, like. So this is my first solid 48 hours out in this shelter, and seepage of water through the ground sheet seems to be a bit of an issue, like. The ground sheet's shit, that's all I'm going to say. Condensation, yeah, you're going to get condensation in any tent when you've got a stove in, and I can't see that being condensation. It's just too much in one place. But anyway, I'm up and about. It's still raining, and I'm going to get myself up and get sorted, get a brew, get some breakfast, start cleaning up in here and get packed up, and then go around, check the shelter. I'll come out in a couple of more times again and test it out thoroughly, but for the space in it, it's great. For the way the stove's set up and everything in it is great. I think I might initially have, if I had went round yesterday and tightened everything up, reassessed the setting up of it and everything, I think it would have been a lot better in here this morning. So it might be down to a human error. I'm not going to put the full, I said it was shit, like, but I'm not going to put the full blame onto the actual shelter itself, because it is quite slack in here now this morning, like that. It's all that room there I would have if I had it up properly, and then if I had that up properly, bit like the other baker tent I've got, the back wouldn't have water leaking in it. Alright, so lessons to learn. Go around, tighten things up after your first initial setup. But anyway, that's me waffling on first thing in the morning, and yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. Right, well, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I've just been chilling out, to be honest. As you can see, I've started packing away, but you can see the actual damp patches on the floor, alright. And when I've got my bed and everything off, I've noticed where I'm sitting now, just here, it's a bit of a high ground, and then there's a bit of a dip there. So I think that might be one of the problems. I'm not going to say that the shelter's crap, alright. What I'm going to say is there's lots of possibilities of why it's happening. Obviously, I've got condensation in here. I've got a wood burn stove on. I've got my hot air coming out of my mouth, alright. I haven't vented the area off really well. Next time I do it, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up so the front top is open halfway, so it's giving us a bit of cover and letting a bit of airflow in. I'm used to sleeping underneath a tarpaulin anyway, so I don't know why I didn't just leave it open and just battle the elements. Not that it's being freezing cold, like, especially with a wood burner on. Yeah, so I think the big thing with this shelter is ventilation. That is the issue. And obviously making sure when you pick your pitch, you don't put it in a bit of a dip, all right, because there is a bit of a dip there, and that's where all the wetness is. If you look up here, obviously I've been kneeling around up here as well, like, so it's off my knees, but it's nice and bone dry up here. All along the back edge, it's really dry, really. Since I dried it this morning, it's dried out perfectly. Obviously this back wall needs raised up again. Same issue as me last what do you call it, and that'll stop the water coming in through here, because you've got that little air vent there. same issue as before. If that's crumbling down, it's going to cause problems. But then you can just roll this up. But the condensation is going to come down. Gravity pulls it down anyway, so it is going to finally come onto this bit and then drip onto the floor itself. As you can see, watch. You can see all the little driblets on the floor there now. So that's just part of the parcel of being inside of a tent. You get people that buy these Hillybergs, cost them like £1,000 for a tent, and I hear them as whinging about the condensation, and they haven't even got a wood burning stove on the go. You know what I mean? So I paid £100 for this, and it's got more room, and it's better than a Hillyberg because you've got more options with it. Obviously, I wouldn't take it up on a mountain, like, but you never know. I wonder what it would be like up on a mountain. Might be hard taking all the wood up, wouldn't it? Right, I'm waffling shit. Well, I've finally dragged my backside out of the shelter. I've still got a canny bit of work to do to get things packed up and that. Well, this is the horrible part of the camping out. As you can see inside there, I've still got lots of wood left over. So I'll just stash that somewhere where it's going to stay dry for the next time I'm up. And it's going to let my stove burn off nicely. But this is going to be the end of the video. I'm not going to show you it all packed up and leave no trace and all that crap, because it's my permission. I don't need to leave no trace. I leave me fire pits and things like that, me wood piles and bits. Alright, so at any rate, I'd just like to say a big thank you to everybody for all the support this year. It's been fantastic. We're coming into the start of 2022, and hopefully the adventures will be absolutely amazing. Me and Rooney have got a lot of plans in our heads, but we're not going to advertise them just yet in case they didn't come off. But I just, once again, thank you very much everybody. The support has been phenomenal, and hopefully this year let's get the channel boosted and hide further afield. So please like, comment and share. And if you're not a subscriber and you've enjoyed this video, then please do hit that subscribe button, alright, and leave a comment. I love getting comments off everybody, alright. Check out all the links below. I think I've mentioned quite a few channels on this camp. Check out any links to any bits of kit that I've recommended. I'm not sure if I have or not, to be honest, but in any rate, Rooney's not here. He's been a miss this camp, but I'm sure we'll see him on the next one, hopefully. Alright, and that's it really. So once again, thanks a lot. I'm going to be staying back for a couple of more hours, doing a couple of different videos, and also doing some tasks that I want to do off camera. So happy days, happy new year, see you on the next one.